EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the...
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. Slot man moves right. Mayfield now. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. You look at this Raiders defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Wright's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield going to switch things up here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
2nd and 5. That's caught by Harrison, right side.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game? You play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With no score.
Second quarter from Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw here.
Throw caught by Musgrave.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Up the middle, Jones. Shrugs him off. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 3. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And they'll go right back to right. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
A give up the middle to right. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago!
Jalen Wright hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second down and 3.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
On first down, they'll start out with Wright.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A check down here to Jones.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into
touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Wright with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Thomas has got it. Complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
An inside give to Jones. Fights loose. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Four yards to go on second down from the 7.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Aaron Jones
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Mayfield now from the 50.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
And London, the motion man right.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
They'll go again here with Wright. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. 126 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Here's first and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Wright.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
On the give, this is Wright.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker.
Touchdown, Bears! John Ross, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is now 21-14. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. This is first and 10.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively.
Oh, wide open, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brian Thomas.
27 yards.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. On the handoff, it's Wright.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They'll run with Wright to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.